everybody! So today I'm going to demonstrate how to use vitamin C to get the color out of your hair as an alternative to bleaching it or bleach bathing it. Now sometimes this method won't work 100% and it definitely won't work as good as bleach, but it's always best to avoid bleach if you can get it light enough without bleach. The vitamin C method is great for when you're wanting to change colors or if you're wanting to do a subtle change in color. So say I wanted to get out all the blue so I could do a more purpley color or a green. I can get the majority of the blue pigment out while still being subtly there, and then it'll be able to still cover it up. However, if I was wanting to do something drastic like blue to orange, I would definitely want to bleach it and get it as white as possible. But regardless, this is a great way to get the majority of the pigment out. It's like extreme shampooing. To do the vitamin C method, all you need is a couple of things. You need vitamin C tablets, which I just got mine from Target, just generic. You need to make sure that the tablets are crushable. They're not just like a cap full of stuff. Like this is a complete unit, I guess, that can be crushed. You will need some good old-fashioned dish soap. Doesn't matter the brand. I know Dawn is supposed to be more environmentally friendly, or like you can wash animals with it, so obviously it's not going to be too bad for you. But honestly, the cheaper the stuff, the better, because you're just wanting that product to get into your hair. And then finally, you're going to need something to crush up the vitamin C. So this is just a coffee grinder. This will work just fine, but you can also use the back of a spoon and crush it down on like a hard surface if you don't own a coffee grinder. But I don't think coffee grinders are that expensive if you plan to be doing this often. So let's get started. I don't really have a set measurement for the ratio of vitamin C tablets to soap, but you want a decent amount of the vitamin C tablets. So I'm gonna take this off. We'll start with about that much. I don't know how many tablets that is, but it's like a fourth of the bottle. Here we go. It's getting like really white and powdery. Do you see that? That's insane. Oh my god, I feel like I shouldn't breathe that in. That smells good. We successfully got a fine powder, and I think this is going to be plenty, at least for one treatment. Usually I will grind up all the bottle first, just so that it's ready for when I need it. Typically, I will do a treatment like every couple days if I'm really trying to get the color out quickly before I color it. And then I will also just, when I normally wash my hair, use the dish soap instead of my regular soap. So now that we have this, so what I'm gonna do is get all the powder into the cup. If you can see, it is very, very fine powder. Like some sort of powdered sugar. Now, the more hair you have, the more you're gonna wanna mix, because this stuff doesn't spread very well since it's so thick. I haven't done this for a long time, so I'm gonna make more than I think I need. So I'm just gonna use all of this. You can also mix it in advance and keep it like in one of those reusable bottles. But yeah, I'm just gonna use all of this. So what I do is I take good old dish soap and pour a bunch in and then mix it up. It's gonna get like really frothy looking, and sometimes it even like bubbles up. So right now it's just like a paste. So I need more. We're still not quite there yet. Right now it's like at a sour cream consistency. We want it to be mainly soap. I'll do one more squirt and then I think we should be fine. I don't know how well you guys can see the consistency, but it's like a thick soup, I guess. Like just normal shampoo consistency. I am going to go get a towel and a plastic bag. and then I will show you guys how I apply it. Okay, everybody, I have my plastic bag for covering my head when I'm done, and I also have a towel to put over my shoulders to protect my clothes and my being for when this shit starts dripping all over the place. I have my mixture ready to go, and I need to get my hair wet. Ideally, you want it as warm as possible or as hot as possible, as much as you can stand, really, because that'll open up your hair cuticles to let the dye out a lot better. But as long as it's warm, you should be fine if you can't stand very warm stuff. Okay, so now that my hair is all over wet, I'm going to just stick my hand in my mixture and get some in my hand and just work it through my hair. Starting along the bottom, and you can see that it doesn't spread around very much, at least I hope you can see. So you need quite a lot to cover the hair. Okay, as you can see, it's all wet and up and covered in the vitamin C stuff. This will start to drip down your neck, so that's why I say protect yourself with a towel cape. And then just cover it with a bag to keep heat and moisture in. And then you can sit with it for up to an hour. Now, normally I wouldn't do this so soon because I still believe my hair is quite vibrant for what it is, but one of y'all requested it, so I just had to do it. So, see you in about 30 minutes to an hour. Alrighty, so it's been just about 40 minutes. I'm just getting really uncomfortable, so I want to get it off. So I'll just take off the bag. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's like little blue remnants on the bag of the dye coming off. Probably see it pretty well right there. I'm gonna rinse it out in hot water, and then I'm gonna find some conditioner to use. So as you can see, quite a lot of color has come out, and now you just want to condition. Any conditioner will do, unless you plan to dye your hair straight afterward. You just want to let it sit a couple of minutes just so it can really penetrate. Alright, I'm going to rinse it out now. I'm going to dry off and then show you the result. So here is the finished product. I can definitely tell it's a lot lighter. It's definitely more of a pastel shade than what it was before. Another thing about the vitamin C treatment is that it makes your hair like extremely clean. So your hair after conditioning it is just so soft, and it, at least for me, it gives me a lot of volume. But yeah, you can see some of the spots that have been bleached lighter are also now coming up as a lighter blue. When you take off the darker dye, or the darker parts of the dye, you can see sort of more of the imperfections in your dye job. Like I said, it doesn't take a whole lot out, and the longer you leave it, the more it will take out. But it is a lot better on your hair, and you can do it multiple times in order to get even more out. So what I usually do is up to a week or two before I know I want to dye my hair, I will do this about every other day, or just every time I wash my hair, really, and it will bring it down to like a really pastel color so that I'm able to color it over completely. Bleach and bleach bath are usually my last resort when it comes to getting a color to change. So it really just depends on your hair and what shade it is and what shade you're trying to go to, but I always recommend giving this a couple tries before immediately resorting to bleach. I hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye!